President and Chairman of Council Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, has called on the Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Banks to build on its competent framework of staffers in order to enhance the banking and financial sector in the country. The Ministry of Trade and Industry Development and Partners has launched the development of the National Area Growth Opportunity Act (AGOA) in the quest to facilitate bilateral trade relations and to promote Sierra Leone trade in the United States under the Africa Growth Opportunity Act. And Radisson Blu Mamioka Hotel has over the weekend displayed some of their services and offers to media personalities at their Aberdeen location in Freetown. And in sports, the Sierra Leone female under-17 team are facing some challenges. We shall be bringing you more on that. And now the news in detail. Visiting President and Chairman of Council Chartered Institute of Bankers, Professor Segun Ajibola, has called on the Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Banks to build on its competence framework of staffers in order to enhance the banking and financial sector in the country. Lamin Mansari reports.
Addressing members of the Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Bankers at the Guarantee Trust Bank in Freetown, Professor Segun Ajibola said the central feature of the checked history of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria has been the sustained struggle to enthrone professional excellence in the banking industry in Nigeria. He maintained that the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria is aimed at enhancing the quality of competencies through accreditation, certification, and continuous professional development courses. The professional body, according to Professor Segun Ajibola, caters for career development and progressive opportunities to enunciate and ensure adherence to the best practices and strong commitment to ethical behaviors.
We collaborate with universities and projects to train those, like I said, who we took over from some of us that are already close to the exit door, so that continuity will be there. Catching them young, train them, changing their mindsets, making input into certain paradigms. The get rich quick syndrome, the quick win syndromes that have been so prominent in this industry.
The Managing Director of Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Idris Kamara, on behalf of members of the Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Banks, reiterated the association's commitment to strengthening internal capacities of staff, processes and technologies to achieve the operational excellence and improve the bank's relevance through strategic partnership with regulators, operators and other relevant bodies.
I think you speak clearly with respect to this is going to be a journey, and it requires a lot of NIG, like you noted, not only in terms of financial resource, but the time and commitment. So if I ask the question with respect to, are we aware of what we are getting into? I think the straight answer is yes, we are. Do I speak for all the CEOs here in terms of commitment? Yes, we do. The reason is this: we are as good as those who work for us, and it's something we understand as senior leaders of the banks.
The Chartered Institute of Bankers Nigeria is the umbrella professional body for bankers in Nigeria. It was incorporated in 1976 as the Nigerian Institute of Bankers and chartered in 1990. Now CIBN Act 5 of 2007. The history of the institute dates back to November 28, 1963, when 124 bankers assembled at Randon Hall, Sierra Leone, and consequently passed a resolution for the establishment of local center of the Institute of Bankers London in Nigeria, with the mandate of promoting banking education in Nigeria and inspirit the corps amongst professional bankers. For Star News, compiled by Abdurrahman Kamara, I am Lamin Mansari in Freetown.
Now, the Ministry of Lands and Industry, in collaboration with its development partners, has launched the development of the National Africa Growth Opportunity Act (AGOA) scheme response strategy from Sierra Leone in the quest to facilitate bilateral relations and to promote safer trade in the United States under the Africa Growth Opportunity (AGOA) Act. YSCC reports.
Given a brief background on the implementation of the Africa Growth Opportunity Act, AGOA, the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Ibrahim Mansare, elaborated that the Africa Growth Opportunity Act, AGOA, was not only created to promote growth and economic development in sub-Saharan African countries, but also to strengthen the United States economic relations with countries like Sierra Leone, with a view to promoting diversification and industrialization in the region.
The African Growth Opportunity Act, AGOA, was created with the goal of not only encouraging export-led growth and economic development in sub-Saharan Africa and improving U.S. economic relations with the region, but also promoting diversification and industrialization in the region. It currently provides duty-free access to the United States market for over 6,400 product lines from 39 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, including Sierra Leone. Mr. Chairman, Sierra Leone first became an AGOA eligible country on October 24, 2002, but was declared eligible for apparel provisions as well as the least developed country special rule for apparel third countries having on April 5, 2014.
The chairman of the session, Mayweather Bobson, while addressing audience, underscored the importance of the AGOA scheme, which is said is designed mainly to reward and provide incentives for sub-Saharan African countries. Sierra Leone, he said, is a legitimate member, and its participation will help to promote progress in the political and socio-economic reforms.
Eligibility for AGOA was designed to reward and provide incentives for sub-Saharan Africa, SSA, countries making progress in political and economic reforms based on the following criteria. 1. Efforts to combat corruption. 2. Establishment of market-based economies. 3. Development of political pluralism and the rule of law. 4. Elimination of barriers to U.S. trade and investment.
The country director of International Growth Center, IGC, Albert McLeod, noted that IGC is working closely with SLIPA to strengthen trade in Sierra Leone and its neighbors to compete globally in the international market. The representative of the Sierra Leone Import and Export Promotion Agency, SLIPA, Shaka Kawa, reiterated on the mandate of the consultative forum meeting, which he stated is to bring forth stakeholders together to develop a strategy for Sierra Leone and to ensure the promotion and exportation of goods in the United States of America. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Waida Sisay.
Now, Sierra Leone's first five-star hotel, Radisson Blu Mamiyoko Hotel, has over the weekend displayed some of their services and offers to media personalities at their abandoned location in Freetown. Kawa was there and files in this report.
The event attracted personalities from various media groups to have a tour of the hotel's facilities. The journalists from various media houses were divided into groups with a team leader to guide them through the different hotel suites, conference halls, kitchen, bars, gym, swimming pool, among others, to ascertain the hotel status equating to international standards. Radisson Blu Mamiyoko Hotel has about 171 stylish rooms and suites with modern amenities like high-speed wireless internet, satellite programming, Bobo Bar, deluxe and business suites, and presidential rooms, among others.
It is also an excellent venue for events such as weddings and conferences and is set against the beautiful backdrop of the Aberdeen Lumley Beach in Freetown. Welcoming journalists to the hotel, the general manager, Johan Kiang, highlighted some of the achievements made by the hotel, noting that the presence of the media in short notice depicts a successful location that will go down in history. Star News caught up with some of the participants.
Well, I've had a nice experience this evening. It's the first time I've been in any of the rooms, and I've liked them. They're comfortable, they have comfortable beds, they have huge windows where you can draw the curtain and see some fantastic views across the swimming pool or the beach. I think overall it's been a nice experience. I've met interesting people.
I really have loved being part of the Club Carson tour. I think the life of a foodie is synonymous with the life of a Club Carson member or a frequent Radisson Blu user. You know, you've got the cafe, you've got the outdoor and indoor restaurant, we've got the Bao Bao bar, and Radisson also does various themed buffets throughout the weekend. So, I mean, what foodie wouldn't love to be here? Anyone who loves fine dining and an exquisite lifestyle, this is the place for you.
The event was concluded by presentation of prizes to media practitioners, where the presenter declared, affirming their readiness to render more effective ultimate service to attract customers. Eric Silas Kawa, Star News, Freetown, Sierra Leone.
All right, thank you there, Eric, for that report. Let's now go to the sporting world as we join the sports correspondent, Elton John, for all the sporting details.
We call that the center cannot hold in the football family. We are in the football account has been freezed by the High Court of Sierra Leone since then. I haven't got the opportunity for them to get access to their finance to see how best our female team will be part of the return leg against the Gambia. The first leg we play against the Gambia, it was a winning against the Sierra Leone female team, and the team is currently faced with challenges, more especially in the area of finance, to play the return leg. So we are pleading to power staters and also His Excellency President Anes Bai Koroma to see how best they will give support to the female team to play against the Gambia for the return leg. Another news within the football family, after a consultative meeting with executive members in the Football Association, well, they have succeeded getting a meeting with the Vice President Juan Guana Mazola, former player for Real Republican Football Club, will be serving now as the acting president of the Sierra Leone Football Association after a consultative meeting. It could be recalled that according to the constitution of the Sierra Leone Football Association, there is vacancy at its stands at the moment because the president of the Football Association, Aisha Yuanti, and her secretary general indicted by the anti-corruption, despite they will get their first hearing on the 30th of this month. So Brother Mazola, who is the vice president one, now get the responsibility in acting in the capacity of the acting president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. So yet to see what Brahma Mazola will do in the remaining time given by FIFA and CAF to the leading executive by Aisha Yuanti, despite indicted by the ACC and also the Secretary General Christopher Kamara. Finally, today the good news for Manchester United fans, despite they failed to win against Huddersfield in the Premier League, but they succeeded into this game against Swansea, succeeded in a 2-0 victory. Lingard accounted for the wins for Manchester United, and it's indeed a good development for Manchester United. So if you are a Manchester United fan, you will be in happy mood for the result into this game, succeeded against Swansea City. That's all for sport. Back to Eliana Jawa.
Well, not good news for all the football-loving fans here in Sierra Leone. And that's how we bring down, that's all we have for you in today's news file, the Star News File. I am Leonora Jawara. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. The weather forecast is up next.